What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos. I finally did it. I finally went undefeated in a tournament, first place overall, with the Trunks deck. It's been a long journey. It's been a long road, but I'm so very glad I was finally able to do it. This is a good leader. He's slept on, but he's very good. Actually, guys, I took first place because I was the only entry in the tournament. So it was 1 out of 1. Nobody showed up, so I went undefeated, I guess, technically. But all jokes aside, I did do a local the other day, and I ended up taking third with this deck. I'm gonna hang him up. I think it's time to move on and try something new. I feel like I've played Trunks enough, and I kind of understand the deck, and I know how it is, and I can see where it can be improved. But I'm not willing to do that right now. So I think I'm just gonna let him rest for a little bit. But if you guys are interested, by all means, make this deck. It's a lot of fun. It catches your opponent off guard a lot, and let's just get into the profile. So we're running the Trunks leader. Okay, he's very good. Front side is when you combo with a card cost 2 or greater, you get to draw a card. He flips over at 4 or less life, draw 2 cards. Same thing on the back. He attacks, you auto draw, and then his effect is when you combo, you get to draw a card. So there's a lot of drawing, there's a lot of plussing in this card. You want to combo as much as you can to make sure that you're plussing off of your leader and to make sure that you're playing the deck the right way. So as far as the deck is concerned, this is a blue-red deck. We use 4 Kaba. 4 Kaba is your way to awaken mainly in this deck, and 15k double strike puts a lot of pressure on your opponent, whether it's early or late game. I actually played against the Mecha Frieza Buhan deck, and I just aggroed so early, got him down to like 3 life. He really couldn't use any of his extra cards. He did get the Boo out, the 7-drop Boo. He did get him out, but I was able to survive and then just push for game the next turn. That Buhan card is very, very scary. So if you guys ever come across it, just be prepared. It's not easy to deal with, but I was able to out aggro. And this deck usually wins like on turn 3 or 4 if you're playing it right. So we use Kaba for multiple reasons. Then we have 4 Furthering Destruction Champa. This card is your damage card, basically. With the leader, it allows you to draw. It gives him double strike, and it gives him plus 10k. So he's a 20k double strike on the front side, and a 25k double strike on the back side, and you get to draw a card off the combo. Furthering Destruction Champa is really good. It makes your low drops very viable in battle, like even Boo and stuff like that you'll see later. Just 1 energy, double strike. Like I said, this is an aggro deck, so you want to play very aggressively and try to do as much damage. And just kind of let your opponent do what they have to do because you're going to take control of the tempo. So Furthering Destruction Champa is a really good card for that reason. And then probably the best card in the deck is the 4 Mighty Mask. Mighty Mask allows you to search for your Trunks and your Gotens, your combo pieces, your energies, stuff like that. So he allows you to filter through your deck and play the cards that you need. He's really good. 10k attack on turn 2 isn't bad. Most of the time, your opponent's going to be tapped out on turn 2, so if you bring him out and you attack, you get free damage, and then you get to search. So he helps facilitate your plays, helps you correct your energy and charge, and he's just a really good card, you know? So as far as the Mighty Mask is concerned, I'm going to show you the targets that I search. I play the 1 red Goten. The reason I play the red Goten is to just have it as sustainable red energy. Otherwise, it's a combo card that I can use to combo with the leader to draw. But for the most part, I'm charging this card as my red energy target because you don't really need that much red energy, but the more that you have later on in the game is more useful because you get to bring out multiple Kabas. So I have that Goten and then the 2-drop Family of Justice Goten. This card is so good in this deck because you pay 1 energy, you get to pop a 3 or lower, and then draw off the leader. So he's a really good card for that. I kind of was thinking maybe to run a 3rd one, but I just couldn't find the space for it. But after the tournament was over, I kind of saw where the value in that was. A lot of people are playing low drops right now, so Gotens are really good. And then as far as the Trunks target, we have 4 Unyielding Spirit Trunks. This card is just bananas in any deck, especially with a blue leader because it helps restand your energy. But in Trunks specifically, it's good because not only do you get to restand one of your energies, you get to draw a card. So you're doing 2 things and you get to search this card out. So it's a really good card in this deck. Starter deck, Goku plays it, Vegeta plays it. It's just a really good card when your leader is blue. So that's the Mighty Mask and the Goten and Trunks package for you guys. And then let's get to the rest of the battle cards. So we got 4 energy boosted Majin Buu. It's a really good 1-drop. You know, if you start the game going first, this deck wants to go second because you want to be able to aggro. But this is a good first turn play. You just charge a blue, play it, draw a card, replace it itself. You have a 5k on board. It's not a bad first turn. It's easy fodder for combo, and it's a sneaky attacker when you use it to attack your opponent and you put a Champa on it to give it double strike. I have done instances where I'll attack with my Buu and just shotgun my entire hand into the opponent's leader, and I'll use double strike to ping out some more damage from life. But Buu is a really good card in a blue deck, so we do that. And then we have my Supporter of Hope. She's free in this deck, which makes her amazing, and she's your blocker. So she's your pseudo-negate, so to speak. I use her both offensively and defensively, depending on what turn I am in the game or where my opponent's life is at. But you could just drop all these Mai's, for free, and then just shotgun Mai and just give her attack. And your opponent's, they're going to either burn resources to survive the attack, and you want to burn your battle cards before you use your leaders and other stuff like that. So because she's free, you don't have to tap any energy to bring her out. You can leave a red or blue energy open to bring out another card and then attack again after. And she also works on defense. So I like using Mai. She's free. Free cards are great. Why not use it? And then we have the best combo card in the deck. 3 Raging Spirit Sun Gohan. I used to play 4, but I found 4 was a little cloggy because you don't really charge a lot in this deck because you're so aggro and you're trying to win as early as possible. So I feel like 3 is a sweet spot. It's a really good card. First turn, if you don't have any plays, you charge an energy. Your opponent's going to attack you. Just let them attack you. Bring this guy out. 15k body on board is nothing to laugh at. Your opponent's always going to have to deal with these cards because they don't want that pressure on board. So it's just a really good card. And if you play him on offense, you give your leader plus 10k, and you get to draw a card. But this is more of a defensive card, and it's more of a card that you use last resort so that you can play it and then have it survive for the next turn and start utilizing it on offense. But it's a really good card, and it helps extends your plays. Then, of course, we have the 4 Boost Attack Piccolo. This card is bananas. All of these cards are good. Piccolo, Trunks, Dodoria, and Vados. 10k combo power and drawing a card. In this deck is especially good because it's a 2 cost. Your leader gets to draw an additional card off of it, so it's really good. But it's just a good card, I like to play them more on defense just because I have so much offensive power and not a lot of defensive power. So I'll just kind of save these in my hand until late game. And if my opponent tries to make a push, I'll just combo out of it. But it's a really good card. You need to run your 10k combo cards. You need to absolutely run them. And then as far as extra cards are concerned, we have 4 Sensubin. It's the best extra card in the deck. It helps facilitate your plays. It's really good on defense because it gives you a permanent 5k pump, but it also does restand your energy. So if your leader's trying to survive an attack, you pump it with Sensubin and it stays for the remainder of the turn. Your opponent's going to have to combo over the Sensubin just to do damage, so they're burning cards out of their hand. It's just a really good card. Being able to restand energy is good because it allows you to play multiple cards per turn, which is what you want to do. So if you play this, you leave 1 blue active, restand a red, you have an active card for Kaba to come out and do some damage. So Sensubin is really good. And then the last card, which is by far the worst card in the deck in today's meta, is Results of Training. This card used to work so much for me because your opponent would just leave you at 5 life, you results, and you just abuse it. But what I've noticed the past couple of days is that the meta is turning into a more aggressive playstyle. So by turn 3, you're already at less than 5 life. So this card essentially becomes irrelevant. Every single game that I played, I charged it. And I actually opened with this in my opening hand at one point, and I used it as my blue energy. I knew that I wasn't going to need it because I knew that I was going to awaken with Kaba, or my opponent was going to play aggressively and do damage. So I would cut it. I don't think it's necessary right now. You're not playing a deck where you're stalling and you're hoarding cards in your hand. You're playing aggressively, so you're going to utilize Kaba more often than this card. I mean, I like the card on its own as its own entity, but like in this deck, it just doesn't work because the deck is too aggressive, and you just take too much damage. So unfortunately, I would probably cut the results of training, but that's a deck that I used, so I had to show you. And then we actually added in some of the new cards. A lot of people were asking me on Facebook and on the comment section how to incorporate the black card, so I'm going to show you that today. 4-time Patroller Trunks. It's the best. It's the best card out of the Villains expansion. You overwhelm. You bring it out for free essentially just by removing your drop area. You get to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, draw one, and then place one at the bottom. So you draw the one that you need, and if you don't need that next card, you put it at the bottom of your deck so you have a next draw somewhere else. It's a really good card. Because it's free, it catches your opponent off guard. You know, they balance the overwhelm cards with allowing you only to do it once per turn, so that's really good. But Trunks is the MVP. He just allows you to search through your deck and add cards to your hand. He's a free 5K combo. He's a free summon or hard cast. It's just such a good card. And then we also did use the, let me put this at the top here. We also did use 4 of the Mass Saiyan. I love this card, don't get me wrong, but 4 is just too much. You see it way too often, and it is kind of cloggy because you do have to overwhelm, you do have to, tap 1 energy to bring it out, but its effect is bonkers, just popping the field with a 20k double strike. I baited out a Cold Bloodlust with this card, playing the Mecha Frieza, which was great. He's a great card, just 4 is too much. I'd probably knock it down to maybe 2. I feel like that's a better number because it's more of a late game card just to clear board and push. So you don't really need that much. And then the last Overwhelm card that I used was Mira. Now, Mira is the exact opposite of Bardock. I would probably consider running 2 more Mira and cutting Bardock down to 2. So just replacing the 2 Bardock with 2 Mira, simply because it's a 20k crit attacker, and it's a 4-drop, but it's 0 combo for 5k. So you don't have to use any energy to combo with it. And the format is kind of changing itself into decks that utilize more 5k combos as opposed to 10k combos. So I would actually take out 2 Bardock and put 2 more Mira in, and this card with the Double Strike Champa is just bananas. Because you tap out, your opponent's like, okay, I'm safe. They just utilized all their resources to play defense and to not take damage. And you're like, okay, I'm just going to overwhelm for Mira, bring him out, combo with the Trunks, restand an energy, and then use Champa Double Strike, 25 Double Strike crit. They're just like, okay, fine. Like, Mira's a really good card. Don't sleep on him. Trunks is definitely the best black card. I love Mass Saiyan, but it is too cloggy, especially because it's expensive. And I love Mira. Do not sleep on Mira. You guys are going to be seeing it a lot, especially running around in the meta nowadays because it's a free 20k crit attacker. Vegeta is going to abuse this card. So that's basically the deck that I use. I am going to hang up Trunks. I'm going to try working on some new decks, but I wanted to bring this out to you guys and show you before I did that. If you guys are happy with the build, by all means, try it yourself. It is a fun deck to play. It's very, very aggressive, and it's nice to just draw cards. Drawing cards is always fun, So give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any suggestions or what you want me to build next. There's a lot of decks that I have on my mind, but if you guys are looking for something in particular, let me know so I can build down and get it out for you. You guys can always email me at nocounters.nocombos@gmail.com, or you can join the Discord channel, which I'm going to link in the description below. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Like the video if you enjoyed watching today's content. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications on when I drop my next video. Stay tuned. We're going to be pumping out a lot of content this week. Sorry for the delay. I just wanted to make sure that I got this out for you guys so you can see. But enjoy. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you soon.